What's going on, everybody? People, how are we doing? Hopefully well. I unfortunately am not doing very well, but that's all right. Okay, we are hopping straight into this match 1. I was not expecting this. I am still getting set up, unfortunately, but give me 1 second and we will be good. Sorry about that, fellas. Yeah, goodness. Everyone just literally immediately hopped in. That was unreal. It's not gonna be me casting a ton today. It's mostly gonna be on Skyline. So just gonna let you guys know that I don't sound too well. So yeah, there's that. But Skyline, take it away for me, brother.
Yeah, Etch, I hope all is well for you in the end. I know, like you said, you're a little bit sick, but I will do my best to take over in your stead and in Nutty's stead for today, as we already have a little step bro starting off with a kickoff goal, but that's still plenty of time for Next2Nu to work back. And kind of looking at the path, you saw that they were very dominant in their run for the past 2 days, not even dropping a game from what I believe I saw, if I am correct, in the bracket run. So really well from them, and we all know that they've had good runs in the main event as well, looking to get back there for a 3rd time in a row. And Panda already doing what he does best, putting that one bottom left corner to get them right back in this game, only 30 seconds in. And you got to be careful if your little step bros going up against this Next2Nu roster, because they can come out hot. We saw them last week almost making back-to-back top 8s, but barely going out off a reverse sweep from NRG. And that team finishing top 4, and Aris already getting another goal off a great 50 in the corner from his teammate to allow that opening to happen. Panda once again just creating the motion to allow this to be in a spot to score. So to Next2Nu already starting off great. Obviously, it's not how you start though, it's about how you finish. So they got to continue this throughout the entire rest of not only this series, but the rest of the day if they want to make another main event. But like I said, they are a team that is hot from what we've seen this entire split. They're looking to keep it up, as you see Panda trying to challenge on the sidewall for Ga, not able to get it red, so it's going to fall back into the hands of Aris. Aris does get a good touch out, but Tico now left in a bad spot, and Demo comes out. Ga having to make a diving save on 0. That ball's going to float once again, just right in the middle, and Aris is on cleanup crew, just finishing it once again, bottom right corner. And Next2Nu, I mean, 3 goals in just a little over a minute. This is what you want to see. This is productivity at its finest. We'll see if they can keep it up. 3 goals is a lot. Still have a 2-goal lead, but you can never count out the opponent's little step bros. Tico, he's been such a veteran in this scene. He's been around for a long time. Obviously, Alpha Cap has been too. More of a streamer now than he is a player, but he still has the mechanical abilities to make work happen. Always got to be careful, but you're going against a tough roster who, like I said, going back to last week with that NRG loss, every game was a one goal difference. So they're looking to go back into not only today, but go into this week's main event and try to finish out on top, finish more than top 8. They want to win this entire thing, possibly make a major here in Paris, which would be nice little touch on the season. So you see Percy trying to get it down to Panda, maybe Panda getting a double tap, but not able to finish it through. And Aris, once again, 50 comes out to Percy. And Percy, obviously we know him. If anyone knows the Collegiate Rocket League scene, plays on Winthrop with, I believe it's Garrett G, and I'm blanking on the 3rd right now. It actually might be Tico. I gotta look more into that one. I'm actually a collegiate guy myself, so that's kind of unfortunate for me. But,
don't mean to pop in, but it is Tico.
Okay, so I was right about that. So he is going against his teammate right now. That's kind of what, like, the storyline I was thinking of. I just wasn't 100% sure because I've been dealing with a lot more stuff in the collegiate scene than just that. But obviously with the rivalry, these 2 guys are going to be going head-to-head, looking to topple each other. And this is also for bragging rights, because obviously Garrett G's the only one out of these 2 not on campus. So these 2 being on campus, I don't know if they're both playing in the same arena as each other, but if they are, then, you know, might hear some, not hear it, but you can assume there's going to be smack talk happening in that arena. As we see once again Panda looking for Percy. Aris just throwing some friendly bumps onto Tico there. You see him getting nice and acquainted with him in the corner. Tico once again trying to get that pinch over. Ga already up, but Aris doing a good job reading that back wall. Now see if he can get it over 1. Kep gets the challenge in the midfield. falls into Percy. Percy once again looking for aris on that sidewall, already trying to take more space upfield. As you see the bumps coming out, trying to throw off the opponents any way they can. Panda takes his time, flip reset up high, gets it over one, but actually Kep uses all of his boost to get that touch and block it away. Aris going for a sidewall skim. No one there to follow, so Kep's just going to clear it. 1:40 now remaining. Next2Nu still up by 1 goal. All the time to work with, but obviously they want less time to work with because that 1 goal lead is all they need to hold on to win this game 1. Alpha Kep once again trying to get a pinch over, but Percy does a good job of cutting it off. Panda once again throwing himself into the way, trying to make sure that they get no time to make any decisions. Percy, 50 comes out. Gun now trying to take control over to the sidewall. This could be a bad spot if Aris doesn't get a good 50, but luckily for us, he is a demon on the back line, and he knows how to make work of even the smallest chances that he has. Alga trying to drop it down low, but Panda, a good read even in that awkward situation that looked like it might have been a little futile for him. Alga trying to get that sidewall read off the reverse as you saw him going back towards his own half. It was a hard shot indeed and nothing to come of it. Now maybe counterattack here. Percy shot on the side and top right in once again from the passing play. Just all the pressure is for Next2Nu, and just what a shot. I mean, it seems so simple, but you got to think about how tight that angle is from his own regard. Just being able to get so much power on it to disrupt the opponent is something just to marvel at. And he makes it look so easy. Once again, you see Panda going up high, get the flip reset to Percy. Percy goes for the bump on his own teammates. They are not teammates in this game. They are opponents, and he is making sure that he's being heard. Tries to go over one, but Percy already taking his time on that back line. Tico challenged low. Bump comes out. Demo actually comes out. Leaves the 2v3, but Panda is able to get the clearance. Now 15 seconds remaining. Still a 2-goal lead in favor of Next2Nu. All they have to do is just hold on for another 10, and game 1 will go in their favor. Percy gets the clear out to the sidewall. Panda maybe a shot to go on, and it does. 3 seconds remaining, 3-goal ahead, and that is going to do it. Game 1 will indeed go to Next2Nu, in what a dominant fashion. They finished off yesterday's run, day 3, sweeping Lil Step Bros 3-0 series score, and they're looking to make same exact clockwork of what they did yesterday against the same exact team they finished off to make uppers. So game 1 goes to Next2Nu.
Beautiful game as well. I mean, we saw pressure from both sides, and both sides looking fantastic today. I'm not sure if you got to watch any of the games yesterday, but this is a rematch for us. So everyone that was tuned in yesterday, this is a rematch, and Next2Nu took it 3-0. They found the sweep there as well, and they're looking to do it one more time. And as you said, yes, they are sitting right next to each other. We saw on Kep's stream, so there should be some banter back and forth, but hey, Skyline, take it away for game number 2.
I would love to be in that arena just to hear what they're saying to each other, because you got to think they're either trolling each other really, really hard, or they're just super like dialed in and focused and just not even paying attention to one another, unless maybe they get demo and it's like, okay, hold on, what's this boost count real quick? Look over at the screen, try to take advantage where you can. And I mean, hey, fair play. As we see maybe a goal starting off once again for Lil Step Bros, and they will get that clear downfield to open up the scoring once again. But we did see this last game, a kickoff goal happen. They scored within the first 5 seconds last game. Now it's the first 20 seconds of this game. So still plenty of time to work with. And like we said, Next2Nu, they might go down, but they are never out. And especially with this much time left on the clock, it almost feels like they want to be in this situation just so that way they can make it seem like they're actually being challenged just the tiniest bits, when we know that the work that they put in is almost never a challenge to themselves. Panda once again trying to get sidewall read, but Cap already there on that. See if Tico can maybe get a 50 past the last man, but no, Panda's already there to recover it. Once again taking it to the sidewall. You see the patience kind of coming out as they're looking for more openings in Lil Step Bros. Now they're going up high, maybe a dunk on Tico. Doesn't get that read. Percy now left his last line of defense, but makes well work of it. And again, just the defense holding stout for now. They're more on their back half than we saw from last game. Obviously, the goal scoring has slowed down more than what we saw as well. We saw 7 goals. I believe the first 4 or 5 goals were scored within that first minute, and now only 1 within the first minute. That is in favor of Little Step Bros. They're looking to control the pace a little bit more by slowing it down. We haven't really seen them go too aggressive, really. They're taking their time in the corners. They're making sure that they get the boost grabs and not allowing Next2Nu to control as much space as they want to. But it feels like it's inevitable at some point, as Aris not in a good spot to get that touch, so he backflips. Still able to get the cut in the mid. Now Panda trying to force up high for Percy. He does indeed. Percy gets a touch. Is he able to get the dunk though? No, a fake comes out on that back line, allowing last man for the blue half to take it. Pop goes up. Guh already there, now taking control high to the skies. Flip reset in his pockets, and he uses it just to throw it right into the hands of Percy. Now here we go with the one throw up teammates. Percy tries to play it around him. Demo comes out on Tico. Kep goes up high. Guh left his last man standing. Maybe a shot from Panda, but it's a little bit too high for him. And he goes over that ball soaring. Kep trying to get back on the rotate, leaving Guh's last man, but a touch not coming out. And now here comes the counter attack. It's a wide open double for Little Step Bros. And T. Corell is going to finish it off a minute or 2.5 minutes into this game, about halfway through. And Little Step Bros once again, another goal to cut into their lead a little bit more. 2 minutes 44 seconds is plenty of time, and 2 goals is not big of a deficit at all. We've seen them come back from worse. We've seen them come back against better teams, but you can never count any team out. Obviously, they all got here for the same reason. They're here in day 3 because they fought through every single battle head on, and they made it through. If Percy can get the goal scoring started here as he gets a throw up high onto the back wall. It's an awkward spot for Kep as he had no boost, but he does get the read. Percy sees if he can find someone middle, trying to track someone down, but instead it just finds the back corner where Panda's already waiting. Tico up high. You see Kep trying to drop it back down to Guh, but Guh is nowhere to be found. So once again, that counter pressure is going to go right back onto the blue half. Tico trying to take some time, but he doesn't have much boost to work with, so it gives it right back to Next2Nu. Next2Nu now trying to get something going. You see the passes going middle. They're trying to open up the team plays a little bit more. Maybe the solo plays have been a little bit too much and a little too easy for Step Bros to read. If maybe they can get something here, as you see Kep already trying to go high to the skies, leaving it for Guh, doing such a good job of that, of just playing that 1-2 role, allowing that second man to follow through, knowing that first man, he has a good first touch, but can't follow through after. Percy tries to get that pinch, but ends up faking. This might be the opportunity here. Panda throws it up high. Percy following, but Guh already on the back wall. Now last man standing once again. Demo comes out, and that's going to be another goal for Lil Step Bros. 3-0 in game number 2. You see here just Kep playing the demo man, playing bully ball, trying to get rid of that third man. Does end up connecting, and it is a 3-0 lead. But I've seen people come back from worse than this. Next2Nu, we know that they can make this happen. See an outlet coming out on the left, a bang downfield, and that's already in. Aris starting us off on the goal scoring this game. Said they might be down, but they are never out. I don't know if Guh maybe got confused there, thinking that a touch was going to come out on the back line from Percy to take it to sidewall, or if he was playing for that shot but just couldn't reach it in time. But either way, a great play there from Aris just to bang that downfield, realizing that third man was too heavily overcommitted. Tico, he gets the flip, but once again, just a good bump to play it off. So now you're leaving Lil Step Bros in a bad situation to where now they're forced to throw their towel in and see if they can get back with all the pressure that's now mounting on their half. Panda going for the double on the sidewall, doesn't have boost to work with, so he has to leave it, but still able to actually get that turn on 0. But now the net's wide open, and if that's able to find it through, it looks like that might be a little bit too late for us in game number 2. 38 seconds, maybe a kickoff goal or something can happen. Get the strats going. But just a well-developed play there to send it downfield and get it right into that orange net. Good 50, maybe. Kickoff goal. So we've seen where it's happened before. There's still plenty of time, but with time, it likes to dwindle. And fortunately for us, it might dwindle a little bit too much as we see a shot going on there. Aris, a good diving save, even with 0 boost in his tank. And it looks like Lil Step Bros are just going to be looking to run out the clock as much as they can to secure a Game 2 win. Like I said yesterday, this was the matchup that got us into Day 3, and it was a sweep. So Lil Step Bros now technically 4-1 on series score, overall if we're considering yesterday as well. It's about how can you get back into it? How can your mental, is your mental affected whatsoever? Is it you gonna ride the highs, right? You know, you got that one goal, you realize that, you know, they're adjusting. Obviously, adjustments are going to happen. You have to adjust as well. Or is it going to be that they are going to keep it up and you just get demo heavy and get aggressive and hope that I fall apart?
We've seen both from these teams. Though, last time I will say, Little Step Bros, they start the game off almost every single time with the lead. I don't know why, I don't know how, but every single game, it feels like they just start the game off with a lead. Like, it's an early kickoff goal every time. I don't know, I just wanted to point that out. It's kind of unreal how consistent they are with themselves on that. But, yeah, we have seen the bumps from both these teams. We've seen how demo-heavy this game it can get, and I'm a little scared to see if it goes back that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I exactly know what you mean. I mean, 7 demos in total for Little Step Bros. The aggression was in their corner. Like, they did not want to let up whatsoever. It felt like Rocky, right, where they're just throwing punches, trying to knock them out. And it did seem to work for game number 2, but obviously the adjustments are here to come out. You know, that they're trying to get more aggressive, so take some more time and allow them to overcommit, right? Allow them to throw themselves out of the play to go for a demo for you. Just keep your head on a swivel and then just throw the punch right back, right? There's the difference between defense and offense, right? They say that a strong defense can win championships, right? Like, as long as you're able to remain stout, you're able to remain calm, and all the punches that are thrown at you, right? All the woes that might come towards your way. If you can just remain in your own head and not get any, like, take anything out of proportion, essentially, you should be fine. So they're looking to go right back in here, and first time we've seen this series, a minute in, and we have not seen a goal scored yet. So already a good start for both sides, but the question is who's going to get the first goal. We've seen from the past 2 games, first goal has gone in favor of Little Step Bros, but things are going to change up a little here as the script gets flipped, and Panda's going to take goal number 1 off a great play from Percy, getting that pop over off the bar. The 4th man usually doesn't like helping us whatsoever, at least in my experience, where it usually just sends the ball flying away or down at awkward angle. No, it played it right back into the hands of Panda, and a great read from the 1-2 for Next2Nu. Now if they can take some time, as Kep already trying to get a challenge, as we still saw that earlier, they were getting very demo heavy still. They're looking to keep up that aggression, but the defense is staying more stoic. We aren't panicking as much, and obviously panic can be a heavy part of whether or not a team is going to win or lose. And as I say that, 3rd man overcommitted just a tiny bit, was able to get back to it, but unfortunately Percy just could not get it past diving Kep, who was already on the back line looking to be a nuisance, and a nuisance he was. Now 3:30 left in this game, tied all back up. 1-1 series score, 1-1 game score. Kep opts to leave for T-Corel, as T-Corel trying to take the shot, but Aris has control on the back wall. Now 0 boost remaining, but able to get that pass. It looked like an awkward recovery for him, but he still makes work of it, and maybe another demo play there, as Kep just doing his best impression of like a bulldozer at this point, just doing everything he can to clear a path. Maybe Aris can clear it out to the corner. Percy now has time. See if he can make something happen. He has the mechanics to work with. Fortunately for him, already diving on that, so he loses control of the ball. Panda takes his time, gets a 50. Percy already there. Shot goes up high, and Percy puts it through. What we saw in goal number 1 was Percy to Panda getting that goal scoring started, but right in goal number 2, we just see a reverse once again. Now it's Panda being the assister and Percy being the scorer. So 2 goals in favor of Next2Nu in game number 3. See if they can maybe get a 3rd one here. We saw that they won game 1 5-2, and they're looking to get back into that state of mind with a 3rd goal here right off the kickoff. Panda throws a laser of a shot on net, and Aris, he plays bully ball right back. He said, well, Little Step Bros, y'all know how to play demo heavy. You know how to be aggressive and be annoying to us, but guess what? We're the ones who wrote the script when it comes to that. We know how to do it. We know how to make sure that you are off foot. You are off balance. You can't make sure that you can stay upright in any position. As Aris getting another demo as an own goal, maybe from Kep, as he was in an awkward spot. A dunk coming out from Percy to almost finish that one through, but wasn't able to get it. Now, Panda, he's looking to get around one, but Kep, good job there, getting a dive on that one. As you see, just the midfield still being controlled by Next2Nu, not allowing too many shots on net. They're just trying to make sure that they hold their lead, and obviously they want to extend it. But you got to watch out for this Little Step Bros defense. Obviously, the over-aggression has costed them a lot of their goals. They're looking to make sure that they don't overstep their boundaries too much. As you see a demo coming out there, a bump, excuse me, but it doesn't even matter. Panda just dunks it right over the last man either way. So I believe it was T-Krell. Yeah, T-Krell was the one trying to bump Percy out of the way so he couldn't get the shot. Panda sees that, and he just finished it off himself. He doesn't need that pass. He knows how to solo play too. And I think that's where Little Step Bros kind of forgets, is that we talked about last game, or I talked about last game, about how that the solo plays might have been a little bit too detrimental for them. They were trying them too much, and those passing plays they needed to look out for more. But the solo plays, it looks like they're working more often now because maybe the team plays were working too much in effect. That now Little Step Bros are looking more towards shutting down those team plays rather than the solos. But you can never do that against a team like this, where Panda has insane mechanics, Percy has insane mechanics, Aris has, all three of them just are insane when it comes to being able to have really good car control, put themselves in the right spots, and do what they need to do in order to get the job done. And another demo leads to a goal there. Percy once again getting the demo off his pass, and Panda just has to finish that one home. Very reminiscent of goal number 1 of this game 3. And again, this game 3 looks so much in favor of Next2Nu. High to the skies, flip reset in hand, looking for it, but Tico gets dusted by Percy. Falls into the corner, demo comes out. Now Aris has real estate to work with if he had boost, but he had that one right back with 0 boost. So Kep, and they make something happen in this next minute. They would need 4 goals, possibly 5 if Percy finishes it off. He doesn't even need to. I believe he got love tapped from behind by Panda, and Panda took that one from his hands. Oh no, Kep was the one who gave him the love tap from behind, and Panda was just there to finish. As Kep, we talked about him being annoying, but he was being more helpful than annoying there. You gotta realize, Kep, that even though you like to bump a lot, you can't always expect a bump to go in your favor. That one, if anything, almost allowed an own goal to go in, essentially. Aris takes his time, and 40 seconds remaining. I mean, this one's over, said and done, and right now we're just looking to see if we can possibly get a one-way ticket to Brazil. What I like to say, home of the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. Maybe can go toward a little bit, see if there's the Olympic ring still there and a statue, because guess what? You just got your ticket booked. Brazil has a new home, and right now Little Step Bros are traveling right there to it. 7-1 with 28 seconds remaining, and I do not think there is any possible way for Little Step Bros to come back from this. It would be the miracle of all miracles that I have seen in any game of Rocket League, any sport whatsoever. I know if anyone here are football fans, you maybe think of the Minneapolis Miracle or the Music City Miracle. This would be on its own level, but against Next2Nu, that is impossible. So 5 seconds now remain, and that will for sure do it. Game number 3 falls to Next2Nu, and it is going to be double match points, as we just need one of the next 2 to advance to the 1-0 of round 2.
Yes, sir. Well done. What a beautiful game. I mean, that's just simple Rocket League. They've turned it up a notch, now putting the Little Step Bros on their back, but they're a little bit off balance. How will they react to this? And Skyline, if we win this, we could potentially have a pretty crazy match next. Same with the 2-0 round, so I'm just going to let you know that. We could see some big names on the screen, but game number 4, take it away for us.
I mean, this whole entire game is going to come down who can control the field more with the aggression, with the demos. As we saw that the demos now fell in our favor. I believe it was 7 demos in our total now, rather than in Little Step Bros. So see if maybe they can keep that up a little bit more, throw the caution to the wind, and just keep heavy hitting, right? We don't want to let up whatsoever. Obviously, with this being a car game, you talk about like not letting up off the gas, but you seriously cannot let up off the gas against a team like this because they will find their ways. They've already found one game through, but with how last game looked, it looked almost impossible for them to overcome this team. Next2Nu then looking to go into that 1-0 round, and no matter who they face, even if it is tougher opponents, if it's scary, like I said, they took NRG to 5. They got reverse swept. They could have swept. Every game was 1 goal, super close, but it doesn't matter who they play against. They will find a way through. Panda, good 50 on the sidewall, even though he had no boost in the tank. That gas is on 0 essentially until he can find another 100 pad to refill it. If maybe aris can find Percy out mid, and he does. Percy now taking his time. 50 does come out, so it goes back into the hands of aris as last man. He's going to try to sword over 1, but Kep's already up in the air. Pre-jump came out. As Panda now taking time. Bump comes out. 1v1 situation. Tico has no boost. Panda just has to give it a little love tap off the 50. And that one goes right down and under. And then Kep gets bumped from behind. Percy follows and just has a front row seat to that one as Panda doesn't even need him. Both players had little to no boost whatsoever. And I don't know if Panda knew this or not. I'm assuming he did. But he made perfect work of it. So goal number 1 in favor of Next2Nu. Once again, trying to look to hold this lead, if not more, extend it. With still 3.5 minutes remaining. Tico leaves it for Kep. Tries to find Gun in the mid. Skim comes out. Gun now left in an awkward spot as first. It's going to just be thrown away once again. There's not much control we're seeing from Lil Step Bros, and that could also be where they're faltering a bit too, is that they're not taking as much control as we've seen from Next2Nu. The passing plays have looked nearly perfect from us. We've been finding our men in stride. We've been looking for that second man, getting those demos on the rotate to ensure that our second man can follow correctly, because one of the biggest parts about this game that to anyone here that doesn't like truly play Rocket League like in depth, or maybe you play for fun and you just think it's, oh, this is car soccer, right? There's nothing really important about it. There's a lot that goes into this game, and whenever we talk about positioning, obviously different games do it differently, but with Rocket League, there's a first man, second man, third man, which all players have to know how to play. And second man is one of the, if not the most important positions of the entire game, because you have to put yourself in the right spot at every time and be able to trust your teammates to both play one in front of you and one play behind you. That's why the competitive scene is threes, is so that way you can have that full roster to take every single piece of space they can and try to play it to perfection. Obviously, the team that's going to do it more is going to come out on top the majority of the time, unless it comes down to luck at that point. But right now, Next2Nu has done really good with their second man rotations. They've been able to advance themselves upfield and trust their first man to make something happen on the ball and just follow it and do the cleanup crew, right? They're just trying to finish off those shots, as we might see here from a bump from Panda, but it falls right back into the hands of Percy as that one was banged away. Bump and in again, goes out, and is that in? Oh my goodness, Panda! Are you kidding me? Did I just witness what I just actually saw? Panda bumping Ga on the back line, and he has reverse momentum. He's going towards his own net. He's not even going towards the opponent's net, and he's still able to get the skim while falling away from such an incredible angle up high and near the corner. What a shot from Panda, and that 2-0 lead feels a lot stronger than what it might seem like after that one. Momentum has definitely been in our favor since last game, but that just feels like that might be the nail in the coffin right there. What a shot. Now a minute remaining, a little bit over, maybe a third goal here to finish it out. Now Panda overcommits just a tiny bit, still able to get to it, but it has Ga in a threatening spot. Got to be a little bit cautious. Said only 2 goals. It does seem like a lot, but anything can happen. Just park the bus here, maybe play a little bit defensive, as now we see the demos going on heavy, seeing if they can make something happen. But an overcommit might allow Next2Nu to get a third goal here, as last man does get the recovery for Lil Step Bros. Now, a little over 30 seconds remain. aris left his last back. Pop doesn't go over. Does get that read. And now it just feels like you gotta throw everything at this net if you're Lil Step Bros and hope something sticks. Because right now the adhesive has gone dry. Percy trying to end this one here. Falls to aris. aris going for the double, maybe. No, the nail in the coffin still hasn't been hammered through yet. But it feels with like how old the wood is. It just will fall in slowly and seep through. As with 10 seconds remaining, that will do it. Game number 4 goes in favor of Next2Nu, meaning Series 1 goes in favor of Next2Nu, and they will be your winners here over Lil Step Bros. Valiant effort from them, but we move on to the 1-0 round and round number 2.
Well done. Well done. That's what you love to see. Some good Rocket League played to perfection. Good game to the Little Step Bros. Unfortunate that we got matched up with them twice, right? That's just rough. That doesn't happen too often, but did here. And so GG's. Hopefully they can make it through. I'd love to see them in the top 16. But Skyline, how do you feel that game went? Think it went pretty well?
I mean, other than that game 2, we don't talk about that game 2. Everything else looked well put together, I will say. I mean, like I was kind of saying throughout that entire game 4, is that they were doing a good job of keeping their second man in the play, which is one of the heavy hitting points of any team. If that second man's too scared or they don't want to put themselves in the play because they don't trust themselves to kind of like make something happen, usually a team can fall apart just from that little crack. But they're doing a good job of trusting that first man to make plays, whether it's Percy, whether it's Aris, or it's Panda in that position. And they're just following through and making work happen wherever it needs to. So as long as they can keep that up for these next series, like they can very well sweep the Swiss.
We're starting to get our next matches. So guys, we have GenG. We know how it's gone against GenG. Not the greatest. We've seen potential, but it hasn't gone the greatest. So we're hoping for a little bit of a change. Maybe we'll see Next2Nu come out on top this time. Hopefully. That's what we're hoping for.
I mean, GenG haven't looked like themselves in a while, though. So obviously, if there's any time to take over on their shortcomings, it is now more than ever. And like I said, we have looked good in the past. We still look really good. Only dropping one game so far in the past 3 days. Obviously, Lil Step Bros finally got the first one last series. And GenG, obviously, it's going to be a tough opponent ahead. But we know we can get this done, as you now see up on your screens. This is what the round 2 is looking like. Shopify against TMZ, NRG versus signature plays from Jerbear. Some rounds that feel like we'll see sweeps here and there.
Cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off, but we're here.
You're fine. You're fine.
You're
in
here. We're in the game, people. Game number 1 against GenG. Let's see how it goes.
Game 1 indeed, as we already start off, and I mean, kickoff goal. Both series now that we've played in have started in a kickoff goal, whether it's for us or against us. Luckily this time it's for us. Panda throws it over the last man standing in that midfield, and I mean, what can you do about that? That's just perfectly placed right over, or right under the crossbar. So, see, maybe another kickoff goal. Looks like it was frozen, and Rise, one of the more tenured players when it comes to Rocket League in general, just for the fact of he's played in like almost every region imaginable. This dude's played North America, Europe, MENA. I believe that's it, but considering there's not many regions in Rocket League, he's probably played in a majority of them. So see if maybe North America has quite been his downfall, though. As like I said, GenG hasn't looked the best. Obviously, Frosty, Magic Bear, both amazing players in their own regard. Same thing with Rise. He's made multiple world championships. He's finished in 2nd place at Worlds with BDS. But obviously, this is a whole new day. It's a whole new year, and it's a whole new region that he has to deal with. And unfortunately for him, he didn't know that he had a roster named Next2Nu that he had to play against in North America, as they already get a 2nd goal on the board. Percy just throws that one in. Frosty diving, thinking Percy didn't have another, and Percy just throws that one into the net. No one's there to cover. And goal number 2 going our way. Now just looking to hold on to this lead. Still 4 minutes remaining. GenG obviously has the time. But the question is, what can they do with it? Aris pre-jumps that one. Rise tries to get the beat, but Panda a good cut on that back line just to ensure that it's not a 50 towards our nets. If maybe they can get something going here as they fake the musty. Pop over one. Trying to get the beat over Magic, but Magic once again just good speed from them. Leaves Panda alone, and Fortunately for him, he can't avoid that demo. Frosty just sends it through on a wide open net. And right back to the lead, cut in half. 2-1 favor Next2Nu, but still 340 remaining. I want to see here if we can keep the pressure up, get more demos, because obviously GenG, as we already saw off the kickoff, I was going to say, they're going to play a lot like Little Step Bros did in that game that they won. They're going to, but they're more consistent with it. They love playing demo heavy. They love getting aggressive and sending that first man downfield. But obviously, that allows for an opening of their backline. That third man is going to usually be out of position, either a little bit too far forward majority of the time, or he's going to be in the corner grabbing boost or whatever. And I keep talking about how the playstyle of GenG is going to have lacks of spots that they're going to leave, and Panda already exploits one of them right there, sends it through 3. I mean, he threads the needle on that one, just around 1, through another basically, and then under the 3rd. So a shot just well placed there, and he's looking for another one here as Panda wide open net, flip reset in hand, and Ether tosses it into the back of the net. A 3-goal lead with 3:10 remaining, and just like that, Next2Nu already off to a hot start. 3 goals, obviously a big lead that they want to hold on to, but there's still time left in this game. GenG, you can't be too careless, or else they will bite back. See, once again, Rise going for the bumps. That play style already come into effect. Trying to get a shot up high. Crossbar saves the day. Would work. Sends it right back out to Frosty, though. And a little bone chilling there as we were stuck on our back half in awkward positions. As Aris, just an unfortunate touch to allow Frosty to get a little bit of a better angle around our last 2 back. By the way, still 2 goals, 3 minutes remaining. Aris gets double 50'd in the midfield off the kickoff. Percy trying to get the demo, but Panda is going to try to 50 for him. As now, pressure, still stuck in the blue half, able to finally get the clearance. But on the orange half is now the bumps coming through, and once again, Panda, I mean, it's just a scoring frenzy already. 5-2 within the first half of this game. I mean, we're not even at the halfway point. And it's already been 7 goals in this game. 5 in favor of Next2Nu. They have to keep this up, pedal to the metal. Obviously, if we can get more goals than this, realistically, if things were to stay as is, if they were to stay on track, then it would be a 10-goal game for us and only a 4-goal game for GenG, if we're talking about because of timing and how the game's played out. Obviously, I'd love to see a double-digit scoring game from them, especially against GenG, because that would just be absolutely amazing. But we got to look at the realistic side of this, and the realistic side is that they just need to win this game. That's all that matters. The goal scoring doesn't mean anything in the end. It just matters that they have more goals than their opponents. And GenG, they're looking to try to get something back in to their work here, but Frosty not able to get the flip reset. Shot goes on, but Percy, a good diving save. Low boost, trying to make something of it. Gets the mid, over 1, gets the flip reset, tries to go over another, as we've seen those kind of roller coaster plays where they're going over and under, and that has worked to their advantage more than not. But unfortunately that was not one of those times. That roller coaster just broke down about halfway through. The wrench was thrown in its way, and now see if GenG can get something here as another bump play coming out. Third man just left in a bad spot again. Just has to play for that demo. Rise leaves it. Panda didn't have boost as well. Tried to force there for Aris, but Aris just, again, he has to play that avoidance of the bump from Rise, or else it's a goal no matter what. Fortunately for him, he avoided the bump, but not able to get the touch. Still a 2-goal lead, minute and a half remaining. Just have to hold on here on defense. Need to build that brick wall piece by piece and make sure that it holds steady. Because right now, GenG, they're looking to create more cracks in that wall as you see the sledgehammer coming through as 2 bricks were knocked out of the way. But luckily for them, that 3rd brick held strong and was able to clear it out. Panda trying to get it down into another goal off a bang, but isn't able to get it past that last man and Rise. Rise now trying to get the pinch down to Frosty. Frosty no boost, so he has to try to follow this 50. Takes the boost grab instead, and now boost starvation on the back line. Maybe it could be a chance for GenG if they're able to get something put together here, as all the boost counts for Next2Nu are low. As a shot goes on, a great pinch save goes out from Percy, and even with low boost, these guys still know how to make something happen. They know how to ensure that they do not lose this game. But again, you still have to watch out. That a bulldozer is going through your back line, and a pinch goes into a bar and in. Aris, who was that pass off of, by the way? Who was the pincher? Panda, absolutely insane. Like, pure cinema right there. I was not expecting a goal off that one bit. And then you mean to tell me that all the way from their corner, that Panda basically sets up a tee shot on top of his car, and then Percy just, or Aris, excuse me, Aris just golf swings. It hits a full-on driver right at their net, and it bounces in, and Percy nailing the coffin right there for game number 1. 7-3, 10 goals in total for this game. We saw 7 of those goals within the first half of the game. An absolutely insane start from Next2Nu. They look on fuego right now. They cannot be stopped. The offense has been more than enough for them to take over. And Percy trying to get an 8th goal. They're looking for double digits possibly, even though the time is running low. And with that clock about to hit 0, maybe another one for good measure. But that will do it. Game 1, like I said, we'll go to Next2Nu in GenG. I mean, we talk about having mountains to climb over, but we're talking about a very tall mountain that you're going to hike through, and right now Mount Everest, it doesn't even look that high.
That was absolute cinema. I tuned into Jamaican Coconut stream for a moment just to kind of see what it was looking like, and CJ was in chat for Shopify Rebellion, and he said let's lock in, which by the way they went down 3-0 in the first game, so it was, I don't know, I thought it was a little funny. I had to point it out. But beautiful game. That is what good Rocket League looks like. But game number 1, you just go into it and you just play the best Rocket League you can. Now game number 2 allows for adaptation. How will it work? What will we see from both these sides? I'm a little worried, to say the least. I'll be honest.
I mean, the shot totals are nearly identical, even though that score line is a 4-goal difference. I mean, we're talking 12 shots from Next2Nu, 13 from GenG. GenG had more shots, and the save totals aren't too different when we're talking about from a percentage standpoint, because you're talking about, I think, 7 saves for us and 4 for them, and I mean a kickoff goal already as I'm trying to talk. I mean, Panda, let me get my words out before you do something, right? Like, I'm just trying to explain how amazing y'all have been doing, and you just have to go and add another cherry on top. Once again, another goal to start off for Next2Nu, as they got a kickoff goal last game to start off, so maybe deja vu here, but they still got a long way to go, because we saw GenG, they did get that aggression up, they did get those demos to open up space, and came back for like maybe a half second before the floodgates opened, as we saw a demo there on the back line, no one to cover it, as Percy now trying to cut in, gets the pass over to Aris. Aris gets the flip reset. Don't do it to him, Aris. I'm about to say, you've already done enough, brother. Don't shoot it while he's down. Aris again getting the cut, but not able to. The woodwork saves the day. Finally, a lucky break for GenG. But Next2Nu still has control of this. Percy gets it around 1. Magic Bear trying to dive to get it past Aris, but a demo comes out on the back line on the blue half. Aris now having to make a diving save in the corner, as he had no boost. Allows Percy to take his time, but again, just that boost count being so low. Aris being the only one with any boost in his tank, really, and now having to force for that last man in Percy. Percy does get that touch, but again, there's just that tank is so low on gas. They have nothing to make of it, as they have to make a stop by the station real quick to fill back up. Panda maybe a double into the mid, but Frosty is able to cover it. Bumps possibly coming out. Panda wasn't able to get it. Now Percy left in a 1v1 situation. A good 50 puts Rise in a bad spot, but he still does get the recovery on it. So he's able to maintain possession until Panda gets the cut. If maybe a Musty comes out, saves his flip instead and plays for the low 50. Another play that has been in favor of us is that we played those low 50s really well, and I don't know if that's kind of something in the game plan, or that's just what, you know, what's kind of come in the moment, because obviously a lot of these things are situational, as Frosty with a good dribble there, up and over into a double tap around the last man. What a play from him. I mean, that is just insane car control into a shot. Percy just not able to get that read. Thought he might have gone for the shot a little bit sooner but instead of going for the shot off the front of his bumper, ends up going for it off the middle of his bottom part of his car. So a good angle there. Now Rise trying to get GenG back in the lead with a pass to Magic Bear. Magic Bear does get the flip reset, but it doesn't matter in the end as it gets thrown away. See if they can take some time here as they are getting a little bit faster. They're trying to throw Next2Nu a little bit more off as the footing is a little wobbly right now, but they are able to find solid ground. Percy, maybe a 50 to come out here. Frosty gets the dive. Percy once again just taking that corner cut. As you see him getting that boost off and immediately turning, something that you want to see from your first man is getting that aggression, making sure that the opposing team can't get any control. As right now, control's the name of the game. So far, it is a very 50-50 balance between the two teams. This is a war of attrition. Who is going to falter first off one of these bumps? Who is going to lose their way off a demo and get lost in the sauce? Frosty, low boost. We saw him make something happen earlier. Not able to there. Is that boost count too low? Bump comes out. Air still able to stay with it, though, somehow, some way. Percy shot on and in, and Next2Nu goes up once again. How was Aris able to stay with that one? Rise, he landed on top of his guard, basically a mid-air Goomba stomp, but still was able to use his boost to propel himself in the air, keep him in a position to make that extra touch, and a good follow from Percy to finish it home. What a read and what a play from Next2Nu. As now under 2 minutes remaining, obviously a lot less scoring than we saw last game, but everything still looks like it's going well for us. See if we can hold on. Rise gets dunked. Frosty has to bang it out as Magic Bear again. All three of them low boost. Frosty is the only one with anything in his tank right now. 50 coming out from Percy. Allows Panda to back off just a little bit before he decides to challenge. Midfield coverage still going over well for Next2Nu. You see them once again. They're just taking their time, making these possessions count. They're turning at every opportunity they can. Seeing right now if the shoe fits, and so far, looks like it's been perfect for them. I haven't seen any creases in it either, as almost another goal to go through, but a good diving save on the back end is going to keep this game at only a 1-goal lead. Maybe Aris can get a dunk over Rise. Gets a demo on last. Frosty, see if he can create some magic here. Gets the bump on last, and that's some Frosty magic if I've ever seen it right there. He has made both goals happen, and both of them have come from mechanical master classes. One was a flip reset double touch. The other a flip reset bump. You gotta watch out for him. So now GenG back in this game with 48 seconds remaining. Next2Nu. Can't allow a kickoff goal here as that one almost goes on and in. But a good stop still in a bad spot. Percy has to make the diving save off the back wall with 0 boost. Rise tries to cut for his teammate. Frosty gets the beat. Is he able to get the pass? No, it goes over the head of Magic. Rise shot on Percy. Not able to get it. He didn't have enough boost. And once again, GenG finding a way through because the boost count is just almost at 0. Percy actually, he had like 30 or 40 to work with, but the spot and the angle he was at was just too much for him to handle. GenG take the lead of game number 2. 30 seconds now remain. Rise taking his time after the demo goes. Third man now out of the way. Spawn comes through. Air's able to get it, but again, another demo on that back line on the blue half. Percy tries to throw himself in the way. Doesn't cause anything. Maybe a little bit of commotion here and there. Other than that, it's still in control. A double coming out. Rise not able to find it. Panda now has descended the length of the field. But Frosty gets through. Actually gets bumped. Has the boost. Gets another. Percy left his last man back, trying to find Panda up in the wings. Ball gets sent downfield. Percy once again left his last man, trying to find something, anything. They gotta go all the way from the back of their half to the front of the opposing half, and they're able to. Aris trying to keep it up. 0 seconds still waning. Frosty trying to find the bump in the midfield. He does find one. Magic Bear, no boost. Looking to play for the kill. Goes down. Aris not able to get the reach. He had no boost. And game number 2 goes in favor of GenG.
What a game. Oh my goodness. 1-1 in the series. Now we're all tied up. And Skyline, I'll be honest, dude, I am like, I'm too energetic right now. I think I'm gonna try to hop in on this next one. We'll see how my voice does, and we'll go from there. All right.
Heck yeah.
But I mean, dude, I have to. This game is so good. Though GenG on the lead for shots that game. They played very well, and we saw a lot of adaptation there. We saw a lot more bumps, and Frosty, that man was taking his time every single time he had the ball, and it worked to perfection. So hopefully game 3 a little bit different for us, but we shall have to find out. Skyline, you're still gonna start this one off for me, but I am gonna hop in. Oh wait, hold on. Everybody's like leaving the lobby, I guess. Oh no, I think Coconut joined the lobby. Okay, now we're locked. Go for it, Skyline.
All right, yeah, you got to shut down that man, Frosty. He is that young prodigy on the GenG roster who has shown signs of greatness, but obviously has been shut down here and there with some of his stints with NRG, and I believe he was, SSG as well whenever it was the Snowman when he was playing with Scribbles. So see if maybe we can shut him down. If we shut him down, it make things a little bit easier, but Next2Nu, they got to find their footing a little bit quicker, because right now they start off strong most of the time, but it's about how you finish, and they got to stay in a good spot the rest of the way through.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we've shown that we can beat this roster. GenG is a very beatable roster, and I don't mean to throw a shot at them, but they haven't been as consistent as, you know, one of the top 10 orgs in Rocket League should be. In my opinion, at least. So, Next2Nu, if you want to show greatness, this is the first step to climb that mountain. Frosty, though, going to take some possession. Touch high now. It's a little scary. Going to look for a bump and a shot opportunity from Arise, but that one cleared out, and Percy taking it downfield quick. Magic Bear last man on defense, but he's not scared whatsoever. He can play around that ball and take his time. An unfortunate dunk there from a teammate, but it should be all right. And Next2Nu Esports on the offense here. Maybe an opportunity. Nice reset, but unfortunately Percy bumped off that one. Now going to try to send it mid for a teammate.
Almost finds it there. Panda once again slamming it into Magic Bear as he was falling. It looked like an open net, just not able to get around it enough. So it's going to be shut down in the hands of GenG. Trying to find an outlet pass over to Magic Bear, but Rise doesn't have the boost to work with. Panda now finds his way through, but a bump on the back line is going to shut him down before it's able to become a threat. And Nutty, I see him in chat asking about when Frosty was on NRG. He did get picked up on NRG. I believe it was for whenever they picked up Kofer, and then Kofer got signed off immediately, and he took over for like a regional or two, and then they let him go. So everyone, I think he got clowned for it a little bit, but I mean, he has still made good progress in the RLCS scene, as we've seen with him on GenG and on Foot before this. So, like I said, we got to make sure we shut him down. Can't allow him to take as much space as he wants, because he will find a way through if we allow any slivers of hope for him. Aris trying to find one middle. He does. Maybe gets another tap off the sidewall, but doesn't have the boost in the tank to get the beat. Magic Bear up high to the sky. Panda trying to find one over, but instead it gets beat by Magic Bear, who gets a double flip reset. Now it's off the bar. Magic Bear trying to get a 50. It's an open net. Panda doesn't have boost, but he does have a speed flip in his back pocket, and he uses it to perfection. Goal number 1 in Next2Nu's hands, and that is going to be a lead with only 2 minutes remaining.
Beautiful work there. That's how you work as a team. Panda able to realize his opportunity to turn upfield, and he does. The right time. Well done, well done. That's gonna bring a 1-0 lead so far. Though we've seen this before. Next2Nu Esports. Now you just have to hold it. That's the hard part that we seem to have. We cannot hold the lead for very long. Magic Bear trying to shut that one through the net. It's gonna be Rise. Well done. And a 1-1. Man, I was just talking about it. But
Caster curse.
I'm saying, man. Just some great pressure from GenG there, and it's going to allow them to tie that one up. We find the equalizer in game number 3. Now all tied up in the series.
See if we can make something work here, as we're just being a little bit too patient, too passive on the back line once we go up. I think that's where things have kind of gone wrong for us, is that I've said this even last series as well, is that once you go up, you want to keep your foot on the gas. You don't want to let up, because the second you let up too much, then obviously if you give an inch, they're going to take a mile, right? And right there, that's just another goal in the back pocket of Frosty that he's going to have off a pass from Rise. And Next2Nu, once again, falling short of what we can know can be great. Just too awkward on the back line, and the defense not able to get that save. So a minute and a half remaining. They can still find something, but they got to do it quick here if they want to have a chance in this game.
Still plenty of time for these two Titans to duke it out, and I know I say it every time, but I gotta. It's too good, you know what I mean? Good first touch from Aris. Possession is king here. You want to hold it as much as you can. Just a minute and 10 remaining. Not a ton of time, but for Next2Nu Esports, they can do it. We've seen many comebacks in just the last 30 seconds of the game, but the question is, will they be able to here? Panda looking for Demo, not going to be able to find it. 50 on Rise. That one just sent high from Aris. Now Frosty able to play one out, finding a teammate otherwise known as Magic Bear. Trying to get that one downfield, but a 50 high. Now shot opportunity. An unfortunate backflip from Percy, but honestly, it worked out in their favor here. Aris looking for bump. He does get it, but it's a little bit awkward. Now Magic Bear just sent this one to the ceiling. Frosty shot, and that's going to be a rocket to the back of the net, making that 3-1 for GenG, and an unfortunate sight for Next2Nu Esports.
Just, again, you're giving them an inch and they're taking a mile. Like I said, the spacing has not been what has been expected of us. We saw game one. It looked so well because we didn't go in afraid. We weren't as scared, essentially, and I'm not saying that they're scared or nervous or anything whatsoever. I'm just saying, by the way it looks like we're playing, we're not trusting ourselves to advance upfield and make work with, what we know we have. Our mechanics, our passing plays. That has been the bane of what has made us great. And right now, GenG they're trying to shut it down by going for those demos, taking up space in our own half to ensure that we can't clear out. As now Rise trying to get that double in a tight angle, and he's able to find it. I mean, that is a shot of all shots if I've ever seen one. Obviously, it was close enough to the net, but finding an angle like that over a diving Panda usually is not an easy one to go through, and he still finds it home.
He does indeed. Just 2 seconds remain, and now an impossible comeback, unfortunately. Game number 3 gonna fall into the hands of GenG. One step closer for them to take this series. Next2Nu Esports. Now you're on your back foot. Are you going to get gentleman swept, or are you going to push through and persevere through the pressure? That's the question that we all want to know. But, I mean, GenG just dominated that game. They were, they had the lead shots. They had all of the pressure in that game, basically. Oh, we just got a server went down for maintenance. We love to see this, man. This is why we play Rocket League right here, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, there's still an opportunity, still something on the table for Next2Nu. The question is, will you be able to show it?
I mean, that offense has to get started right back. I mean, they have to rev their engines a little bit more than what we've seen. I mean, you're talking about a shot count where it's 14 in favor of GenG and only 6 in our favor. So obviously, being able to overcome that would have had to come down to making sure every shot we took went in, and not only that, but making sure our defense stood so stout that it wasn't even a brick wall. It was made of like full cement. There was nothing getting through it. But unfortunately for us, not able to really create that, as maybe we can create an opportunity here to start off game number 4. As you saw Percy high to the skies trying to find one, not able to, as a dunk goes out, and Aris trying to find a bump on Magic Bear on the rotates, but not able to get anything of it, as now Aris left his last back. Frosty high to the skies. We've seen him make mechanical plays, but he does get shut down. And once again, that blue half is being smothered with orange cars, looking for a way to get to the back of that blue net.
The bumps and demos out of GenG have been unrelenting and perfect every time. Passing play almost there, but that one went wide. And if you're a Next2Nu Esports fan, you take that every day of the week. It's an opportunity that they will want back, but unfortunately, they won't get it just yet. Good flick from Percy. It's a little bit wide, though, unfortunately. And Frosty, you don't want to give him space. That's the man on GenG, who, in my opinion, is the scariest with the ball. Triple commit there, but you know what? It actually works. Positioning is pretty well from Next2Nu Esports. Percy looks for shot, not able to find it. Now a shot opportunity. Sent to the right and just a little too far. Aristotle. He's a little off of his game tonight. It's all right, though. It happens to the best of us. Typically, we see those shots go in every time. But, hey, give him a little bit of time to warm up. I think we will see some great things out of him. Oh, my goodness. Who are we watching right now? Are we watching, like, is this a new RL bot, otherwise known as Frosty? Goodness, that was nasty.
I mean, I guess we know why he's got Frosty the Snowman, right? Because he's got buttons and he's able to make work with them as he puts a button right in the net and another one to finish off the top and bottom half of his 3-layer side. So again, just the kickoff goals coming through. You see them trying to get out on offense. They're doing their best to make something happen, but the defense is standing stout for GenG in a 2-goal lead off that kickoff goal with only a minute and a half into the game. Obviously, plenty of time to work with here. You got to make sure that you don't get in your own heads. Just be like, it's whatever. It's in the past. We still have time to work with. Let's do what we do best, right? In game number 1, we shut them down. We made sure that we destroyed them 7-3, and Panda already getting the goal scoring started off here, excuse me, with a great play. Percy advancing upfield, going for that bump, making the last man just awkward enough to where Panda could find it over him.
And well done, well done. I have to say, that's good Rocket League. That is a great play out of Next2Nu. Yeah, it might be a little cringe, but hey, they've been bumping the entire time. Let us do it a little bit. Aris could touch over 1. Could see Percy looking for something fake around 1, and Aris launches that. Unfortunately, they're going to hit return to sender, and that one sent into the blue half once again. But Percy around 1, now going to look for a demo. Rise, a great cut. Now Panda, maybe an opportunity. Just going to find it to Magic Bear. The 2 bears facing off here, but unfortunately Magic Bear getting the best of them. 50 from Panda, nicely done. And try for a drop here, but Magic Bear there once again. Some great positioning off of the orange side, I have to say, but it doesn't matter. Percy, the Lightning Thief, strikes once again. Well done. 2:34 left on the clock, and we find the equalizer of game number 4.
Percy had to pull out his protractor with that one. What an angle of a shot from the corner, finding it around the last man who was diving on that. So not only did he have to find that angle from the corner, he had to make sure he played it around the last man to where it didn't touch his car, so that way it didn't get thrown off center. Now, tied back into this game with only 2:20 remaining, and life has been breathed right back into the lungs of Next2Nu as a diving save from Panda has to try to make another, but Rise gets the bump on the rotate once again. Just the bully ball has been so effective for GenG. They're trying to find ways around it, but when you're getting smooched on the side by a falling Rise, which kind of sounds odd now that I say that, what are you supposed to do?
Well, there's not much you can, unfortunately. Shot here. Next2Nu, they do fend it off. Though, the defense hasn't been what we typically see from them. Panda has been putting his work in on the defense, but unfortunately, just maybe a little bit of too many overcommits. I don't know what it is. They're not looking as strong as we would typically see them. Rice looking for the double. Ooh, good save there. That one very scary, but they managed to find that out. Now Magic Bear, a nice shot opportunity. Gonna find that one down to Panda. Rise off of the ceiling, gets the 50 with Panda. Now Magic Bear trying to take over, but Aris gonna find the beat on 1. Now 50 here. That one just launched to the Next2Nu Esports net. But Panda, he's back, and hopefully he can work with this while his team rotates.
Maybe they can find that outlet to Aris. Aris pre-jumped that one, trusting Panda. And, I mean, they made work of it, but unfortunately for them, it was shut down at the very last second. Now Aris has to stand, see if he can get back. Panda now trying to demo last man. Last is in an awkward spot. He has full boost, but he slammed against the post. Frosty now getting back as Rise gets bumped away. Magic Bear throws himself into the play. If maybe they can get something going here, as, I mean, the pressure is still remaining for Next2Nu. Everything getting thrown at that orange net, but the defense just so strong for GenG. They're making sure that everything is getting shut down. They're covering the backboards well. They're shutting down the low shots well. I mean, you gotta get bumps. It's as simple as that. You got to clear away and find it home, because right now it just seems like there is caution tape surrounding your house from a crime scene that GenG has committed, and they might get away with it here with only 20 seconds remaining.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Still an opportunity here for Next2Nu Esports. Frosty, a great 50 though, shutting that one down as quickly as humanly possible. Good touch from Percy, but just going to follow to Magic Bear, unfortunately. Now Aris. Last man here, an opportunity. 50 there. Now going to leave for Percy. Is that ball just going to bounce? No, Panda sent high. It's going to be Frosty tries. Can't there. Panda. That's unfortunate to say the least. And everybody immediately leaves the lobby. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. GG's. It's a good game. It's an unfortunate one for us, though.
What can you do about it? Just gotta move on to the next one. Obviously, GenG is a tough opponent, and just the shot total difference. I mean, look at that. 13 shots to 6. Again, like, I mean, the game before was 14 to 6, so, I mean, we held them to one less shot, but the offense was just too overpowering. Just the midfield wasn't controlled enough. The demos, we allowed them to get more demo heavy on us than we did to them. Obviously, the demo count doesn't show the full story because it's only 2-1, but you gotta account for the fact of it's not showing like the actual bumps as well, where you cleared them out of the way but didn't fully kill them, so they're not taken out of the play. But GG's from GenG, they played well. That game 1 did look like a strong start, but unfortunately for us, it was a slow finish. So we'll be looking to make it back for the next 2 series and the 1-1 in round 3. Hopefully we can make something happen here. I know these boys got it in them, obviously. We said we've made top 16 the past 2 times. We made top 8. The first regional, made top 12 the second regional. These boys, they battle through a lot, but they always find a way through.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Guys, they're starting so quickly. Guys, my co-caster isn't back yet. Okay, now they stopped. They all joined the lobby. Okay, yeah, here we are. People, we're starting a little early. Sorry about that. It's gonna be a little bit awkward. It is what it is. It's all right. Here we are, people. Game number 1. It's gonna be Next2Nu Esports versus the fellas. Next2Nu Esports on the orange side. Will they be able to find their win over the fellas? Skyline, welcome back. They started quick. Sorry about that. They literally all joined the lobby, like it's, or not lobby, but they all joined the same party as soon as I left. But we're here. We're all right. Fellas on the blue side, Next2Nu Esports on the orange. Who do you think's gonna take it? Who do you got your money on?
I mean, Next2Nu, obviously. I think that they'll do a good job. Obviously, the chemistry between between Sai and Jazzy from St. Clair, that's something that they got to look out for. Obviously, Andy being that fill-in for the third for the roster, he's always been a very strong player in Rocket League as well. So we just got to keep a close eye on their passing plays, and we say this about every team, but it feels like it's because it's the meta, the team who's able to control it more usually ends up taking the cake. And that's just taking control of the pressure, of the demos, the bumps, of making sure that you make your opponents feel threatened every, waking second, right? You don't want them to have control, but a team like this, like fellas, they know how to play around every single time that they're getting chased, right? They know how to play those outlets well. You have to be aware of that and cut those passing lanes off, or else they will take every single step they get. Almost.
That was almost a great shot there. Got saved out, but well done. Andy plays for CRL, right? Am I going crazy by saying that? I want to say he's on Baylor.
Believe so.
Oh my, Andy. We're talking about
he does.
He's going to slot that one through. He does? He's on Baylor? Okay. I
Correct.
thought I was going crazy for a moment.
Reason, thought it would. Because it's him, Hawkster, and I don't know who their third is. No, their third's is LJ?
Wait, let me double check. You take over.
I was about
to
double
check here.
Yeah, I was about to say, because like I'm not too sure. I'm the CRL guy. I shouldn't know this stuff, but either way, we'll get back into the game. I think it's Neil actually, but Next2Nu. Next2Nu looking to get back in this game. Still 3 minutes remaining, only a 1-goal deficit. Obviously, not that bad for them. They still got time to work with, and I mean, as I say it, goal goes right through the net for them. Just a well-played passing lane there, Percy. I mean, it wasn't even a pass. Percy just got the luck of the pinch, and Aris already upfield. He was trying to be a little bit annoying as first, right? Get those bumps on rotate, cause chaos as first man, but instead there was chaos happening on his own back line that allowed it to go right back to him. So, I mean, free goal for him. He's going to take that tie game now halfway through. And Aris already trying to get another off a flip reset. Maybe a pinch in the middle, but shut down by Andy in the corner. Jazzy now trying to get it over one, but Panda already there. Andy now sees if he can find some time, but Sai just parked his car and now putting it into drive, finding that way to a 50. Once again, that blue half is getting smothered until a pinch finally goes out and sends it the way of the fellas.
You were right. It is Zanil. So Baylor is Hawkser, Andy, and Zanil.
Right.
Good work. Yeah, it's weird not having Nutty who can just like spit everything out about CRL in a moment's notice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That man's information is unreal. I don't know how he can store that much in his brain over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's just got a huge brain, bro. What can we say? He's a smart guy. But
oh yeah.
I mean, I should know this crap too, but I feel bad because, like I said, I mean, I coach collegiate. I work with collegiate all the time. I do casting for it, and I even had my own game show I hosted called Rocket League Jeopardy. So, because I know like a lot about the scene. So, the fact that I don't know this stuff is like, bro, I gotta get on my A game. Nutty, teach me your way.
I'm saying right. It's all right. It is what it is. At the end of the day, rosters change. Period. End of story. Panda can't get that one there, unfortunately. Gonna force Aris into an awkward spot, but he does make the save. Oh, latency variation. You love to see it. Not really. It's all right. I tried to send that one high. Not going to be able to. It's going to be Aris down to Panda. Panda firing a one. Not on target. Now going to leave that as an opportunity for Percy. And a 2-1 lead for Next2Nu Esports in game number 1.
I mean, Panda just couldn't get a shot on target, realizing last man was back. So I don't know if it was on purpose or not. But for the sake of it, we'll say it was on purpose. Throws it in a spot to where it's a pass off the backboard, and it's also in an unreachable spot for the last man to where he could not find a way to it. So a really well thought out play there and a good follow just to finish it home. But now they got 50 seconds and they have to hold this 1-goal lead because it looks like Sai is trying to find a demo on the back line. Maybe a cut from Andy. He does find one falling off the sidewall. Sai now seeing if he can get another one, but just shut down by Panda, not able to find anything. They're getting those threatening touches into the midfield, falling in front of the nets, but with no one there to follow, it's not going to end up being anything too much of a threat. They have to be cautious, though, as Percy had to make that diving save, falling off the post. Now, only 15 seconds remaining, and fellas, they got to get it down the length of the pitch and have to find a sliver of hope if they want to get one in, as defense has held stout for Next2Nu, but it's going to matter most for these next 5 seconds. Bump goes through and shot goes in under the last man standing. Sai able to get the pinch under, and what has been such a strong play in the hands of Next2Nu has now been put right back on him by the fellas.
I'm sorry, what did I just witness? Why did that work? All right, fair enough. Like Sai got up, bumped his teammate, and then managed to get the dunk. I don't understand it, but hey, maybe they know more than me. You know what? They do know more than me.
Would you believe me if I said it's because this is Rocket League?
Ooh, no, you might be right. No, you might be on.
I might be cooking. I might be cooking.
Put this man in the kitchen. Goodness, he's gonna put up a great steak for us. But Andy, able to find one, trying to get this one into the orange half. Next2Nu Esports, you had an attempt at a shot, and unfortunately you couldn't take it. Good demo in the orange backlines. Now Panda sending this one high around one. That one being Jazzy, but Zai just there ready to take it. Ooh, an unfortunate miss from Andy, but it won't matter much as Jazzy just a bang downfield. Next2Nu Esports, you need to find how you can start layering this pressure on and keeping the press.
No. Yeah, I went temporarily blind, guys. Did y'all see what happened? I don't think I saw what happened.
All I know is someone just got a hit to their mental, and let's hope we can lock it back in. That is rough, but you know what? At the end of the day, it happens. You know what it is? But Next2Nu Esports, you have to bounce back in game 2, so let's see it. See you work.
Yeah. Game number 2, 5 minutes on that clock, and see which team can do the most with it, as this could either be a triple match point for fellas, where a reverse sweep would be in order for us, or it could be a tie game that then sends it to basically a best of 3, where the past 2 games don't really matter as much. It just matters about the next couple games right after. See if Jazzy might get a double touch here. Goes for the flip reset, actually. That would have been a very mechanical play if he could have landed it, but unfortunately for him, like a plane in the sky with no wheels on it, is kind of hard to make sure that it can fall on the ground safely.
Panda able to take this one high. Unfortunately, it's just going to be Zai getting 1. Now Percy looking for the 50. He finds it. The dunk not going to be as good as he wants. And now we see the third man, otherwise known as Aris, dive. And it could be scary. Panda back in net. Jazzy, maybe an unfortunate disconnect here. Hopefully we'll see him get back in. We want to beat our opponents at their best. We don't want to see it now. Jazzy does get back in. There we go. I got a little scared, and Percy, he's going to take advantage of it, getting the first one of game number 2. Next2Nu Esports starting to get this rolling. Oh, Jazzy in chat, I got kicked. That is unfortunate.
Not the quick chat from Panda saying unlucky.
Well, I mean, it is. You know,
it is unlucky.
Toxic from that.
I know he's not being toxic with it. I just find it funny that there's now a quick chat that perfectly sums up what just happened.
Yeah, it's peak. This is why we play Rocket League, right?
Exactly, just for the quick chats, nothing else. I mean, obviously, I don't think that there is a specific ruling, because obviously there's referees when it comes to RLCS and stuff, but since this is day 3 and not a main event, I don't think the referees take action in this, so it genuinely is just unlucky for their side to have that happen, but obviously you just got to play through it and find a way through to the next side. As you see Panda flip reset goes in hand, maybe can store it in his back pocket for something good, but unfortunately for him, gets stolen away, as now trying to find someone or something upfield, but Aris once again just a little bit too far back as that second man, so he's not able to get the beat. That blue half still being smothered with the orange card, seeing if they can find something through, even trying to get a back chow there. Still good pressure remaining in the half of the blue from Next2Nu, as they are making sure that, I mean, they are not giving anything to fellas. They are not letting up at all.
Just going corner to corner while they look for their opportunity. At the end of the day, you want an opportunity to be good enough that you can send a third man up, just in case, to make sure that one goes through. And we haven't found a situation where that can happen yet. Aris trying to get that one around 1. Can't do much, though, unfortunately. Now, team pinch there. Get a rocket that downfield. And Panda, 100 boost. Makes a good first touch, but bumped off that one quick. And Aris, he's back. He's locked back in, able to get that save out. And Percy flick. Can't find it over Andy, unfortunately. Aris now going to look for a touch. Does find it. Shot opportunity, but it's just a little bit wide. And almost a peak angle there, I'll be honest. But this one sent across. Jazzy going to get one downfield. Now Aris, 50. This one sent to the back wall. And Percy, nice touchdown field. Andy up in time to stop that momentum. Next2Nu Esports, you have 1-0. At the end of the day, you just need to hold. Will you look for another? Fellas, trying to find their first of game number 2, but nothing on the table just yet.
If maybe we can hold off, because right now we're relying a lot on defense, as pressure has been found for fellas, as chances have come in abundances, but luckily for us, nothing has been found of it, as a great touch off that read from the crossbar and down. Now Aris being found in the midfield by Percy, looking for the passing play off the 1-2, but not able to fall down on it. Now leaving Panda as last back. He does get that diving save. Tank is looking rather low. Now Jazzy, minute remaining, tries to find one in the mid. Ball goes high. Is there a third man to follow? No, there is not. Aris gets a good cut in that mid to shut it down before a shot goes on once again. Percy having to recover as last man, and 45 seconds remain in this game too. And so far, the only goal to come of is, I want to say because of the Jazzy disconnect, but also Jazzy got back in time for him to make a play because he was in net. So I'm not really going to comment on whether or not it affected it because it could have gone either way. But that is the one goal that happened. Just looking to hold on as a diving save from Percy as last man. No boost in the tank, but still able to get back to that one. Again, just trying to make sure he holds on.
Some great defense so far. Just 15 seconds remain. Next2Nu Esports. Will you hold the line? Will you hold your post? Keep the perimeter alive. Percy, nice touch there. Looking to drop this one quickly. That, an unfortunate touch of Next2Nu Esports. They find their get back with the 1-0 in game number 2. Now all tied up in the series. And we got at least 2 more games, no matter who wins it.
I mean, shot total. Look at the difference in shots. 12 for fellas and only 5 for us, yet we still won 1-0. I mean, the defense, though, was that 10 saves for us. I wasn't looking at the bottom one. 10 saves in total, while only 3 for fellas. The defense was a lot more stoic than fellas was. We looked a lot better, a lot more controlled, obviously, like we said, of the misfortunes that happened earlier in the game, but you make work with what you got, and luckily for us, we were able to get 1 off of it, and nothing else really came of it for the rest of the game. So 1 goal is all you need to win a game, and that's exactly what happened. Now looking into the next game, fellas are going to be looking to get back into this one, maybe try to throw us off a little bit more with some demos and bumps and whatnot to try to make us awkward, but as long as we don't panic, we should be fine.
Couldn't agree more. We had a little bit of a server reset there, just to let you guys know, so hopefully whoever needed it is feeling better. It might have been because Jazzy got kicked, and they just want to make sure it doesn't happen again. And fair enough. Percy, nice touch here, but still an opportunity for the fellas. Panda up a double commit there from Next2Nu Esports. Will they be able to play off of it, or will that be detrimental? Beautiful 50 there from Zai, looking for the pass down, but Percy gonna make his way back and keep that ball wide. Good touch here, but Andy just ready to play on immediately. Now Aris has to make an awkward turn, does just that. Panda, great first touch, getting it around 1 defender. Now Aris to the back wall, but Zai, last one in net, and he is going to take his time with this. That's what you got to do as last man, and he does it perfectly. Good 50 here, and a nice demo for Next2Nu Esports. They're looking to find some more pressure. A great pinch there from the fellas, but it's just wide. And Zai getting the beat. Now going to leave that ball for Andy. Save from Aris. It's going to be out, but Andy, he does slot it. And a 1-0 for fellas to start off game number 3.
My emotions were going up and down there. First, I thought the pinch was in, and then I saw it go out. And then I see a shot go on, a save, and then having to recover off of it. Just too many emotions at once. But fellas able to find that one home. So a little bit over a minute into this game, and they already got the first lead. But obviously, see if we can get something right back, as Percy looking for some boost in the corner, not able to find a spawn. So he will sit on 0. Trying to find someone upfield. Andy does get the cut off the sidewall. Allows Jazzy to decide whether he wants to take his time or send a bang downfield. And he chooses the latter of the 2. Maybe a bump to go through on a 2v1 situation. And, he didn't even need it. Percy just plays it over the last. I think third man did realize that that bump was in play from Aris, so he decides to go quick. But unfortunately for him, he went a little bit too down low, and Percy shot just a little bit too high for him.
There you go. 3:33 left on the clock, and Next2Nu Esports, the equalizer in game number 3. Which you love to see. Now all tied up in this series. Good 50 here from Percy. Sent out into the midfield. Tie first one. It's a little awkward. That not going to affect in anything though. Next2Nu Esports, they do find their touch, and they keep it close. Possession is king right here, so play it and play it well. Panda. Nice touch. It's a little bit awkward. He can't get to that, and 2 commit for Next2Nu Esports. Now the third following suit. They get the touch, and it looks to be cleared for just a moment, but the fella's not going to let that last for long, and Percy has to find a way back into this blue corner by himself with no boost. Zai looking for the reset off ceiling, does find it. Now Percy, last one in net, able to get the save. Well done. Jazzy going to try to find something middle, gets the reset, but it's going to be sent astray by Aris. Nicely done, nicely done. Good 50 middle, pops high, maybe for a teammate, otherwise known as Andy. Shot opportunity, but Panda, he is there and he is ready to work and get that ball out.
Not allowing a single thing through. He's shutting them down left and right. Still gotta hold strong though. You got 2 minutes remaining. You still gotta find a goal your own way. As pressure now back into the orange half. Jazzy's gonna look for one middle. Does get it around. No third man to be found. The woodwork almost helping him out a little bit, but fortunately for him, that pop was a little bit too high. Percy does find Aris in the wings, so Aris will use his own wings to try to fly and soar above the rest, but Jazzy does cut him down. If maybe Percy can get a good 50 here, he doesn't even need the 50. He's actually able to get it over the last man. Where now Panda will be forced to try to make a cut in the midfield off the sidewall, but Aris does get that as Panda was too awkward to make any connection. The pressure still amounting as you see the third man trying to get out and aggressive, trying to create some more pressure downfield. But so far, the chances haven't really found a way through. You're banging it downfield, hoping you can find something of it. But right now, the defense holding strong for both sides. That's why we've really seen a low-scoring series. Panda does get a clear on one. Pass goes out to the mid. Air is able to find him. Maybe a shot goes on here. Awkward spot is falling off the post. But all three are required for that one to ensure that it gets sent away. And fellas, stay alive in this game as it remains tied 1 each.
That was amazing from the fellas. You have to give kudos. You have to give credit where credit is due, and they put in work there. Next2Nu Esports now, they have found their way to start getting pressure. And as I say that, the ball banged downfield. But Panda going to try to find Aris high. Does indeed, but no boost from Next2Nu. It's going to be a little bit awkward. What a 50 from Panda. Finds the shot on, but Jazzy in net. He can react a little bit quicker to that. Jazzy, awkward off of this one. Tries to send it to Andy, but Andy taken out just moments before that pass connects. Good touch here. It's going to be sent high, and Andy first to play. Now, going to try to keep control. Does just that. Gets the double off of ceiling. That's around one, and now Percy. Last man back. He's able to work with it. 10 seconds left. Next2Nu Esports looking for their last opportunity for a shot in a regulation. Will they be able to? Andy gonna send this one down. Now this ball somehow kept up, and Jazzy gonna fake that. Now we're in overtime, people. Let's see how it goes.
This is what it is. It's technically a best of 3 right now, but this will be double match point to the winner of this. So very big game when it comes to a momentum swing. And right now we would love to have that in our corner. Aris trying to go quick as he sees the bumps going on to Andy, but Andy does get the recover, so it's not going to be much of anything for him. Panda now throws it off the back wall, tries to get a shot on target from Percy, but once again, just they were allowing one or two to stay back and hold their line just long enough to be able to make that clearance, even if they don't have any boost. Got to make sure that we play a little bit more up and aggressive and shut them down before they can even get started. Panda high to the skies, looking for the 50 offside, but and just thrown right back into the corner. Nothing to come of it. The offensive pressure is in favor of Next2Nu, but obviously it takes one goal one way or the other to decide this game. So it doesn't matter about how much pressure you have. It matters about what you're able to do with that pressure.
That one sent astray. Thankfully, the shot almost on, but nothing gonna ring out from it. Percy double tap, not good, but Aris rebound, can't find it. And Panda last man back. That one around. A shot opportunity, but Percy able to make his way back, and that one being very scary for Next2Nu Esports, almost overcommitting there, but they do manage to get back and get a set once again. Now, Andy from the sidewall, just going to be 50'd away. Aris able to play one. Now Jazzy looking to take possession. Going to be a 50 from Aris. Percy first to play. Now sent upfield. Aris shot. Almost bottom right. Next2Nu Esports, you are smothering that blue net with shots, but you can't find one through, and you gotta do it soon or else they'll find the first. Aris gonna get one downfield, trying to send it to Panda. Does just that. Now Panda first gets 2 good touches, gets the third 50, but it will result in nothing other than a bang downfield to the orange half. Shot opportunity here, but Percy a great save. Now Panda 50. Percy no boost, gonna look to play on next. Never mind, gonna fake around and let let the blue side play on it for a moment. Man, what an overtime this has been so far.
I mean, it's just back and forth. It seems like we might get an opportunity, and then it just goes off the bar and out, or a good diving save from one of their guys, and then just the same exact thing, but on the opposite half. It's basically mirrored at this point to where we might see a shot top corner, but a good save by Percy. Make sure he can send that one away. Now Aris looking to see if he can find a 50 off Jazzy, as Jazzy gets 50 by Percy instead, and it's up and over the last man. Sai sent through the lane, and call them partners in crime for Panda and Percy, because they just stole that one away from the top of Andy, sent from the top rope down off to Percy, and that's going to be a goal to send game number 3 in their stead.
Well done, Next2Nu Esports. That's how you close out a game. Now one more game to close out the series. You have double match point. All right, this is good for you. This is right where you want to be. Will we be able to find the third and close it out quickly? It's what we would love to see, but I mean, the fellas, they're not gonna give up that easy. They're gonna go down with a fight at minimum. So let's see how game number 4 will start off.
And someone will say about the last game, Percy 901 points, 2 goals and 6 saves, doing so much work on both ends of the field, and that's what you want to see from your teammates. But obviously you got to give credit where credit is due, and Aris and Panda were both putting in work as well. I wasn't able to see the end screen because it was a little bugged, but I know that Panda still did very well in his own regard. So even though the score didn't show it at the end, he definitely put in work as well. Now they got to try to make some more for the next 5 minutes to ensure that they can go up into the 2-1 echelon of this bracket, or else they will be sent into a game 5 where they will have to try to hold off and make sure they don't go into that bottom half, which would be oh so dreadful. But either way, we would always find a way through. Now, just got to make sure you can shut down this fellas team, who has looked very shaky at some points. Obviously, they still have looked solid in others, but the shakiness right now is what we have to take advantage of. They've been quaking in their boots, per se, every now and then, but it just feels like the ground stops shaking by the time that we get downfield. So we have to make sure we take advantage while they're still thrown off guard.
Couldn't agree any more. This fellas roster, though, you say they're weak in some areas. The areas that they are not weak, let me tell you, it has been perfection out of them. Almost every shot slotted. They've been putting the pressure on so thick, and that's the main thing that you'll see from this fella's roster, is this pressure. It never goes away. We've seen it on the end screens, just the amount of shots, the amount of opportunities that they are being given from their play style. And it's scary if you're Next2Nu. You have to find a way to work around it, but a great flip reset does just that. Panda not able to squeeze it around, unfortunately. Now, Sai for 1 to the sidewall. Jazzy able to get banged downfield. Next2Nu Esports. Not a ton of boost to go around for him, but they will be able to work their way out of their own corner. Aris banged downfield. Panda looking for a bump. It's just going to be Aris able to find the first for Next2Nu Esports in game number 4, and well done.
I mean, Andy just threw away control, and then Panda just has to play heat-seeking missile. Just find the last man and make sure he doesn't even have a chance of getting back. And whether or not he got that bump, I don't think it mattered. Aris just put such a well-placed shot on net in that bottom corner to where that bang downfield was more than enough to give them that first goal. But either way, still a well-drawn play from them. And now, again, you've got to make the decision. Do you want to play a little bit more passive, which has not worked in your past games, in your past series, because usually that opens up more mistakes, more opportunities for the opposing team? Or do you keep your foot on the gas? Do you go for more goals and try to ensure that they feel the suffocation that you are trying to put them under? As a Psycho comes out from Aris, not enough power to go on targets, but it was able to clear it out, and that's all he was looking for. Now Panda diving stop, but he gets bumped out of the way. Jazzy didn't have the boost. He had the opening, but I don't know if he had the trust in his teammates. Now, once again, bang downfield, has no boost in the tank from any of the players except for Panda, who is all the way across the other side of the field. So they're just looking for anything they can find to ensure that the blue side cannot get a shot on target. So once again, it's back and forth we go, with Next2Nu up by 1 goal, and they just have to hold on for another minute 45.
Another thing this fella's roster does so well and why they're able to hold pressure like they are. Well, first of all, that's a beauty of a shot from Andy. Just going to bounce its way in. And now we see the equalizer. But another thing these guys do so well, the boost steals. Unreal. Every single time a boost in the corner spawns for Next2Nu. Fellas is on top of it, right? And that's one of the many perks that comes with being able to hold as much pressure as they can. So as I've said before, it is a scary roster to play, but they are making the best of it so far. 1-1 and just a minute 26 left on the clock. Who will find the last one? Maybe the nail in the coffin here. Could just be a 1-goal game. But Aris, looking for the 50, does find it. 100 boost, now going to look to take it high, but 50'd immediately by Jazzy. This one sent downfield. It's a little awkward, but Aris does find the 50. Now panned up. Bang. It's going to find Andy in the midfield. It's a little unfortunate. You wanted that to go just a tad further to a teammate. Percy, triple. Going to leave it middle for Aris, and that's what I'm talking about. Next2Nu Esports, you found your rhythm. Well done. Way to bounce back.
I mean, Percy essentially just playing pinball between him and the crossbar just over and over again. You thought that it might find a way through with that final hit. Not able to, but luckily for us, it must be garbage day because the cleanup crew was there to finish off the job. And now with only a little bit under 50 seconds remaining, the lead back in our stead again. Next2Nu only has to hold this 1-goal lead for 40 seconds, and we will be in that 2-1 series bracket. But Sai has something to say about it, and I know Fatal's in chat. He might have heard Sai scream once again. But, I mean, that's just an insane mechanical play. Flip reset over 1 into a touch, into a double tap. Just what a way to find a goal when it is needed most for fellas.
Yeah, that is just beautiful. That is a beauty of a shot. Probably going to go on TikTok, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Make sure you stay tuned on that one. And we'll see if you get posted. Beautiful demo there, though. Aris gonna take out his anger after that one. I mean, I would do the same, let's be real. Aris up for 1. Gonna look for the double. It's an awkward angle. He finds it. Now Percy able to muster his way in 50 that threw way. Well done. Well done. That is exactly what you want to see for Next2Nu Esports. And hey, they're up 3-2 now.
I mean, Percy found the way to the back of the net, but something y'all don't see in between games or before series even starts is he also found himself to a gym earlier, as you can see just the effects it had on him, just strengthened his way through, and he didn't even find a way through, really. He forced a way through. That is going to put us up with 0 seconds remaining. Now all they have to do is kill the ball, and they do indeed. Game number 4 goes in favor of Next2Nu, and that means this series will be a Next2Nu win. What a well-played throughout series. Obviously, it came close here and there, but they were able to finish out where it mattered most.
GG's. Next2Nu Esports, you find yourself in a much better position than what you would have if you lost that game. Well done, well done. We send the immigrants, not the immigrants. Sorry, I'm looking at the, goodness. I'm looking at the thing right now. Dude, I'm going crazy over here, I swear. We send the fellas. Dude, they're literally right on top of us, too. Like, GG's go next.
You are all good.
We send the fellas to the 1-2. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. There we go. Now we're locked. On the other side, there's some good games, I'll be honest. Unreal Nightmare versus Kraken Seas. This is the other bracket, just letting y'all know. Unreal Nightmare versus Kraken Seas. That's going to be a good one. Spacebound Cowboys versus All-Wheel Drive. I need Spaceboy, nice. I need Spacebound Cowboys to win that. I need Spacebound Cowboys to qual here. Come on, guys. Y'all got it.
The teams in our bracket, though, the matchups like do strictly business versus immigrants and uppers, and then lowers Southampton versus fellas, meaning one of those teams is going to go home packing pretty much.
Like,
that's
just unreal. We should be ready to hop in, and yes, we are. Game number 1. What is going on? Everybody is like just constantly switching teams. There we go. Next2Nu Esports on the blue side versus it. Or wait. Oh, I have it switched. Versus M80 on the orange side. How do we think this is going to go? Oh, well, I guess we already put our predictions up.
Yeah. And now it just matters about what the players can do, and what a diving save to start off for Harris. I mean, having to get a skim across the net while having opposite momentum. And speaking of skims, a pass back onto his backboard. Now a shot bottom left at Nolly, even though there were 2 players in net from Next2Nu, finding a crack to slot that ball through. And God, just what a placement for Nolly.
I mean, 23 seconds in, and M80's showing why they should win this series. A little latency variation. Thank you, Rocket League. Thank you, Rocket League. I'm not lagging at all, but appreciate it. Literally, bro. Like, dude, I can't with this game sometimes. Life, good 50. It's going to be sent to Panda. Panda, an opportunity, but Nolly just going to send it back to the back wall on the blue half. Percy bang downfield. Panda going to try. Life does get the skim, but it's not the one he wants, and that one sent high. An opportunity for Next2Nu Esports. It went to nothing, unfortunately. And Panda, maybe a shot opportunity, a great demo in net. That one just wide, but that's what he wanted, because Percy's setting up shop there right in front of the net, and he's going to fire that one through. Well done, well done.
And it doesn't matter about how it gets into the back of the net. It just matters that it gets there nonetheless. And Panda isn't able to find the shot from that awkward angle, but he does get the pass middle to find a second man there to finish it home. So tie game once again, only a minute into game number 1, as we already see the aggression picking right back up, as looks like there is a little bit more activity on the field when it comes to trying to take over in the spacing department, because right now the spacing does look good, as you see the rotation still holding firm, but now they have to rely on a Panda trying to make a diving touch, and he does with a Psycho out to the sidewall. Now Percy has control over one, but Nolly, what a good read from him. Another shot going on from Aris. An awkward angle, still able to find it through, but fortunately for him, that third min was all over it. Now Mech trying to get the double. An awkward spot for Panda. Percy having to dive on the back line, and he's able to find it. Nolly once again looking for the pass, as we thought, or at least I thought, that he was going to go for a shot there. He's looked mechanical so far this game, but that pass not able to go through. And once again, just a midfield battle back and forth, as we see just one team takes control, shot goes on, save goes through, and then right back onto the other half we go. See if anyone can capitalize on it, but right now it just looks very stalemated.
So Next2Nu, we've seen a few double commits out of them. You don't want to see that. You do not want to see that one bit, but they have been making plays and getting some beautiful beats as well, like those two right there. Unfortunately, not going to see a shot off of it, but maybe here, Panda getting the bump. Now Percy, a free one, and he's going to slot that bottom right. Well done, well done. 2-1, Next2Nu Esports in the lead versus M80. That's what you love to see.
Heck, I'm sorry, but what are you supposed to do when you have someone on you causing all the commotion to make sure you can't do anything as last man? Well, we see it right there. You're not able to get back to it with no boost, and unfortunately for him, I usually say no boost, no problem. For him, it was all the problems indeed. 99 problems, and that boost was indeed one of them. Now, see if Mech maybe can get it back here, as once again, that no boost has been a huge problem for him just overall, not even just on that goal that we scored. See if maybe Panda can get a cut past Mech. He does, but it does go to Life. Now, Life taking it in the corner, but Percy does get the stop. Aris trying to find an outlet on the right-hand side, but Panda not able to rotate in quickly enough, so it forces Aris to make that diving commitment as the first man. He is able to get the touch, but again, control back into M80's side, and just, you see, they're trying to get it forward, and M80, same thing. They're trying to get those demos and create some pressure, get that spacing going in their favor, but right now, it's Next2Nu. I mean, they're just doing a good job at shutting down anything that goes through to that blue half, and that's exactly what you want to see from them if they want to win the series.
They're also setting up for some crazy plays. Aris, there you go. Way to be the shooter here, Percy. Gonna throw that one high. He sets it perfect and says, Aris, I trust you, buddy. That one gonna be good in a 3-1 Next2Nu Esports lead. That's what you love to see. You got a little bit of cushion under you now, but don't take him 82 lightly. Life and Nolly, we've seen these guys connect so many times. Mech, he's the solo player in my opinion, but Life and Nolly so well. They can work together. Same with Next2Nu Esports. Aris going to drop that down for Percy. Unfortunately, the shot a little bit wide. And now M80 going to look for it back into the blue half. But they're a little awkward here. It's going to leave Aris some time. Aris demoed immediately, though. Goodness. And a shot going to ring out from Mech. Percy, save across net. Can't play on anymore. Nolly looking to put the pressure back on for Next2Nu Esports. But not much to happen here.
Avoiding the demo. Percy, he just having to play bumper cars like he's at the carnival, but lucky for him, his driving skills are immaculate, so he's able to avoid that one and send it away. Now, looks like the pressure goes back into that orange half with only 20 seconds remaining. Up by 2 goals, just have to make sure you hold on. Nolly trying to cause something to go awry in favor for M80, but fortunately for them, nothing has come of it. Now, with only 10 seconds remaining, this game looks like it is surely over in favor of Next2Nu as Nolly tries to get the skim over to his teammates, but I mean, it won't be for anything. Ball will hit the ground soon enough. Maybe an extra goal for good measure, and a good measure it is. Percy sends that one through in game number 1, a 3-goal win for Next2Nu, and M80. They got some ground to make up for.
They got some ground to make up for indeed, but a great game there from Next2Nu Esports. And that's what you love to see, taking it 1-0 so far. There you go, way to lock it in for the team, and hey, just 2 more of those, and we're home free, right? We're top 16
Exactly.
main event teams once again. But M80, I don't think they're gonna go down that easily. I think we'll have a little bit more of a series on our hands. But game number 2, here we are. Get ready to rumble.
I mean, 100% goal participation throughout the entire team. Whenever you're watching your favorite team play, is that they're on the same wavelength. Especially Percy played insane, and something I want to say about Percy is just something I find cool about it is I really love his car design. I know that people like are the most simple car designs, but I think those are sky blue Zombas with the old Falcons decal from, I think that's 2024 if I'm correct. It looks so beautiful, and the gameplay looks so insane with it. I mean, like we said, he dropped 900 points one game earlier in one of the series we saw in the past, and 800 points that game. So it definitely has worked out well for him. And speaking of working out well, he finds a way through, hammering it home off the double tap pass. I mean, find a way through, young fella, because you just dunked on him.
Percy, there you go. That's what you love to see. At a 1-0 for Next2Nu Esports, 4:17 remaining. And yeah, no, I have to agree, the car design's peak. The first time he brought it out, I touched on that immediately. It was last open that he did it, and it was the first thing that I said. It was pretty great. Glad that someone else can respect the car design. Panda, an opportunity, no double there. I thought he was about to peak for a moment. I was like, hold on, I've been rambling about nothing.
And, to be fair, it's very valid though. They have been doing, they have looked insanely good. Like you said, they have, okay, just, you know what, life, just, why? Let me talk about Next2Nu. They have looked really good. Obviously, that is a really well-placed shot off a good pass from Nolly. So, kudos to them. But the consistency has looked a lot more sharp for Next2Nu than it feels like I've seen within the first couple series. So, as long as they can keep it up, whether or not that goal actually really matters in the end, I think they should be fine.
I think they should be fine as well, but M80, they're obviously adapting. They're playing much different than they were in that first game, but Next2Nu Esports, they're looking to still run away with it. Mech able to find his save there. Well done. Now Aris next to play on shot. That net wide open, and there you go, Aris, a beauty of a slot. Just going to send that one towards the net, and that one is screaming with power. 2-1 and 3:20 left.
Can someone direct Nolly to the nearest map store? Because I think he's lost. He wasn't able to get back. It looks like he was looking for a boost over ball, and I thought that's something that they teach you in the higher ranks to not do, but I guess for him, he kind of forgot that, and he also forgot how to play defense on that backline. Once again, Percy, a good read from the beat on Aris, and I mean, that's an awkward angle. It looks simple enough, but being able to put yourself in the right spot, not go too far forward or too far behind it, and then make that touch, a bouncing shot nonetheless, over the last man. What a play from the 1-2.
Couldn't agree more. Also, Hazy with the 5 gifted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We reached the sub goal, and now that's 105 gifted for Hazy. Let's show some appreciation in chat for that man. And also, Edit Tim with the sub. Gotta love that guy, Edit Tim. If you don't know who that is, look him up on YouTube, and you will see every single split, every single regional, major, everything is edited by him, and just showcasing the highlights of each series. It's great to watch, something to put on while you're eating some food or whatnot. But just in case you don't have time to watch the entire open, you can do that instead. All right, that's enough of my spiel. 3-1 Next2Nu. Beautiful save there. And now Panda gonna make it 4-1 with 2:18 remaining. Well done. Well done, Next2Nu Esports. These guys are locked in tonight.
I mean, I would say Next2Nu are like thieves in the night because they're stealing away a lot of chances that M80 is getting. The only issue is M80, if anything, they're leaving their valuables out in the open to be stolen. I mean, Life had a wide open net on the counter downfield and just completely missed it to the side. That is something that cannot be happening if you want to be finishing as a top team, if you want to make main event. And this is where I talk about their woes, about how we've seen them falter here and there, even though they have so much potential, because right now it feels like their ceiling is high, but if anything, they've been hugging the floor more often than not. So they're must be having heat strokes or something on trying to lay against a cold floor, hoping to make up for it, because right now they are not finding the spots that they need to be in. They're just, more importantly, they're allowing Next2Nu to open up more spots that seem like they weren't even supposed to be there in the first place. And again, third man nowhere to be found. He was trying to commit with a second man, and Panda reads that one all the way through and finds that one from the corner. So a 4-goal lead with a minute and a half remaining, and M80, they just lost. That's as simple as that. They look lost.
The Green Panda. There he is, gonna show up in game number 2 once again. 5-1 so far. Next2Nu Esports looking to maybe send M80 on a trip somewhere. I think it's down in like South America. But we'll see. we shall see how that happens. Minute 13 left. Still plenty of time. Maybe M80 will be able to find their way back into the series. If you're Next2Nu, you obviously don't want that, but there's always the chance for it. Life finding this one high. It's gonna be Aris. Nice first touch. Looking for another, and he does find it. Able to get that one out. Another 5 from... Wait, 25? Oh my goodness! Hazy with the 25! Goodness, holy Hazy. Moly. Okay.
Shout out Hazy. I see you.
130 for the channel total. And goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Hazy. And
thank you.
Glad to have you here, man.
No, for yeah, real. Right. I got one of those gifted subs too, so thank you. I really appreciate it. Now I can watch the stream with no ads. I love you for that. W-mans, for real.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Percy gonna look for one high, tries to get the bump, not gonna be able to, unfortunately. And now Panda for one into the corner. Nolly gonna stall this for a moment, but the 5-1 score line is gonna be too much for M80 to handle. And as this clock ticks down, Next2Nu Esports take game number 2. Well done, well done. That's exactly what you want to see if you're in the stream over here. I'll tell you that much.
For a team that has a guy named Life on it, there doesn't really seem much to be coming from M80. I mean, I haven't seen any real chances. I mean, they have 7 shots in total compared to our 10. So it would seem like that they've been making good of their chances, but then you look at the goal difference, and I mean, that tells the story altogether. And like we said before, I mean, almost 100% goal participation once again on the 5 goals, 4 assists. but 5 goals to 1 goal for M80 compared to Next2Nu. That just shows that the offensive efficiency difference is a lot stronger and more in our favor than it is theirs. Efficiency is a big part of this game right now, and Next2Nu, just they have that in their corner, and they're basically paying it off because the efficiency ratings are so low for M80 right now.
Couldn't agree anymore. One more game. Hey, Skyline, what time is it? Game time.
I don't know, but
it's game time.
I thought you were about to say sweep time. I was like, I can go check my closet real quick and get a broom if you need me to.
Empress almost starting game number 3 off hot. Shot not going to be good. That one a little wide as well. Panda couldn't get up in time, unfortunately. Now Percy, nice 50 here. It's going to be Mechalodon, the one and only. Looking for that touch high, but Nolly first to play on. After that, going to try to find Life down middle. Does indeed, and Life a double tap. It's going to be left middle for Mech, and that's going to be good. M80, some life now brought into him here. Will they be able to continue it?
They got to keep these offensive opportunities going strong. They can't let anything go by them, but something I'm still seeing is the fact that this man Nolly is basically sitting on a free parking space, and like in Monopoly. Because this dude is just, he was sitting on a boost pad while his teammates were like trying to make something happen, and he's just not even doing anything. So I'm expecting more from him. He's a good player, obviously well tenured. He knows what he is doing. It's just from M80, you can't be giving up chances like that because you're just allowing the opposing team, allowing us to send it right back into your half and forcing you to be in an awkward spot rather than already putting yourself in the right spot. Now, for us, that's perfect. We want that, so Nolly, if anything, keep doing it. But from a perspective of a viewer and someone who is a coach, you don't want to do that because then it leaves stuff like that. Nolly, a little bit too far forward. He was getting chased in the back line, and what a bang downfield by Percy. I mean, the angle was a little bit sharp, but like a cutting knife, he slices through the defense.
Well done. I say it every time, but I mean, goodness. Sometimes that's all you need is just a nice bang downfield. And that one will work. Life. Gonna try to get up for the touch. He does. Gonna stop a Percy in his tracks now. Flip a reset from Aris. Can't do much with it. Nolly bang into the back wall. Could be a shot opportunity, but Panda there for one. Now Mech. Gonna play it to the back wall. Now look for the double. Maybe. Can't do a ton. He does find 50 though, and Aris has to play on next. Aris reset. Trying to get that down middle. Does find the dunk. But Life at 50 going to better him here. Percy looking for the 50 here in front of the net. It's a little awkward, and Panda can't commit just yet. Now he does, and leaves Aris back as third man. Aris not going to be able to find that touch there. Could be very awkward for Next2Nu Esports to break out of their half here, but never mind. Just so much space being given to this roster. Looks like M80 is going into this one a little bit scared, in my opinion. But, guess we will find out as the game continues.
I mean, right now, M80, they're basically like a newspaper because the gameplay feels like it's in black and white and it's been read all over by Next2Nu. Nothing has really worked in their favor except for that first goal where you saw the double tap come out to open up that scoring chance. But since then, Next2Nu has done a good job at keeping that offensive pressure, and maybe a drop down from a waterfall here. And I think we just saw Angel Falls because we had a Percy sitting under it waiting to catch the rain in his hands and put it into the back of the nets.
Hey guys, you don't want to be in water when lightning strikes, and here Percy is. 2-1 Next2Nu Esports, and 2:20 left on the clock. Here we go. Good work from these guys. This blue team able to work through everything that is stacked up against them. Good 50 here from Panda. Now Percy, no boost. Gonna be a little bit awkward, but he does find a touchdown field. Mech gonna get one high. Gonna fake this as well. Finds it around Aris. Percy has boost now. Not able to find touch, unfortunately, and Mech getting that around one, but Aris, the last man back, and he's going to work with it. Nice one from Aris. Going to find it over Nolly. Now this one from Life's into the back wall. Percy bang downfield. Going to look to try to find it to Panda. Panda. Good touch here, but Nolly just going to be there and get a better touch than the blue opponent.
And at 40 remaining, and still a 1-goal lead. A flip reset held in the back pocket of Life. and he whips it out. And what a shot. I mean, what a read, first off, to get that off the back wall, or to get that off the ceiling. But then also the car control to keep that, get the flip reset, and then also pop it off the flip reset and then get the flip over the last two defenders. Just insane work from him to get them back in. I know I talked about before this game that even though they had a player named Life on their team that they're not showing signs of any. Well, it looks like Life's finally breathing some back into them until Aris has something to say about it, cuts him off and just sends it back home. He must have heard me talking about Life and said, I'd rather choose the death of M80.
Beauty of a shot there. That's what you love to see, Next2Nu Esports. Keep that up. And also, one of my favorite things I've seen in chat, you've got to give credit where credit is due to M80 for even stepping on the field knowing they have to play against Panda, in quotations, Fuzzy Panda, out of quotations, Panda. I mean, that's just beautiful.
That's poetry right there.
Right? I mean, goodness. Aris, beautiful save here. Was looking dangerous for Next2Nu Esports, but they find one out. Now Mech trying to play a shot, not going to be able to. Aris, no boost, but he's able to find the touch. Now demoed for his efforts, and Panda, a pinch around one. Gonna leave that back in Nolly's hands. Nolly 100 boost, demo from Panda. Panda gonna get two here, and that shot from Percy. Never mind, Panda's gonna steal it, but the shot from Percy was good. And well done, well done. The Lightning Thief gets his goal stolen here.
I mean, Panda already getting out the brims because he was sweeping up the trash there. Got rid of two big clumps and takes a nice little gesture home with him by securing that goal. Now 45 seconds remaining, and I mean, 2-goal deficit for M80, maybe 3 here as Panda trying to shut them out now. That's not able to as that one's stuffed on the sidewall. Aris trying to get the cut into the midfield, but Panda's already watching it, hawking it down, maybe down into the bottom corner, but Mech does find that one out. They have to get the offense going if they even want to have a chance against the Next2Nu roster, who has looked so stout. Another shot going up top bends and finds its way through. Nolly gives them a chance, but it's so slim with 19 seconds. They got to find another soon.
A miracle is needed, but they found the first. Will the second be brought out for them? 19 seconds here in a 4-3 from Next2Nu Esports so far. Can they continue this dominant series that they have? They send one downfield. Life back, though, in the net, and he keeps that one wide. Mech looking to take control of it. That one sent high from Nolly. Panda looking for the touchdown field. Does find it now. Sent that into the corner. And Next2Nu Esports look to shut him down. M80 fly a little too close to the sun, and their wings gonna melt like the wax that it's made of. Beautiful game, and Next2Nu Esports are going to be sent straight to the top 16 after that one. Well done, well done.
Like you said, well done indeed, M80. Just some self-inflicted wounds. I know that their logo is an explosive, and that was an explosive gameplay from Next2Nu indeed. I mean, they just took over. You cannot stop them one bit, and top 16 secured for the 3rd time in a row. So every single regional has now had Next2Nu in the main event, as they will be looking to make it back to the top 8. Like we said, they did make it top 8 in the first regional. The second one, it was unfortunate with the NRG draw in that lower round, but I mean, gotta just look ahead to the future. The draw, will it be in their favor? Will it not? Either way, gotta fight the best if you want to be the best, and just got to see how it turns out whenever it comes to that time.
100%, man. I couldn't agree anymore. People, we've made it. We've done it once again, showing that we're a top 16. Let's win the freaking regional. Am I right? Come on.
Yep.
The only chance we have at Paris is if we go all the way through. Would be crazy to see, but not out of the question. I mean, from how we've played against NRG, from how we've played against Foot, from how we've played against Shopify, it's not out of the question. Let's see it happen. And I will catch you guys next week, all right?
Still haven't realized how we run this town. When I execute it's perfect. Vin Diesel in this joint cause I meto todo el torque. Sin permiso nunca porque. Got the blessing and the magic, touch without a permit. I can never lay around although I'm not in a hurry. Yeah, I'm shining too hard, yeah they see me in blurry. Best shooter in the league, call me Stephen Curry. Competition getting cut, going down the gully. What you feeling, what you feeling? I be feeling Now you get it, now you get it. Now they asking once again, what you feeling, what you feeling? I be in my bag now.